Hi everybody, it's me, GhostCritic. Just got back from the comic book store and it's another of those weeks where I just can't seem to stop myself buying new comic books. There were a lot of number ones that came out this week from everywhere. I did only pick up two. What came out this week? Clarion from DC came out. I didn't buy that. Marvel's Axis, their new event, I saw an issue 1 of that, didn't get that. What else did I see? There was, I think it was Image, there's a new number 1 called Birthright, didn't get that. But I did pick up 2 other new number 1s, and you may know at least what one of them probably is, because I think everyone will be picking this up. We'll show them nearer the end. What was actually on my pull list this week? Well, we have Astro City issue 16 from Vertigo. This is Vertigo's Defy Covers month. So the first page of your story is no longer inside the comic book. It's actually on the front cover. Not quite sure how I feel about this. It's a fun little gimmick. And I understand, you know, the front cover is there to draw you into the story, so why should it not be the first page of your comic book story for that issue? I don't know if these kind of zing out from the comic book shelf as much as, say, a normal cover that has a picture of your character in a kind of static pose, so to speak. Let me know what you think about, if you're getting the Vertigo covers, what's your opinion of those? Scott Snyder, Batman, the start of his Endgame. Clearly Batman battling the rest of the Justice League by the looks of it. Don't know much about this. It's just with every storyline they kind of got to up the ante, so to speak. They've got to make it bigger and better and more dangerous or life-threatening than the last storyline. And I can only think you can only go so far with these before you ultimately have to kill someone, and it to be a character that their death actually means something, which I know in this era of comic book deaths doesn't really mean a lot, because you know eventually they're going to come back in some shape or form. So I know nothing about this, I don't know, but the way Scott Snyder's stories have been going, dark times ahead, no doubt. Talking of Batman, of course, it's our weekly visit to Batman Eternal, issue 27. Interesting cover, trying to work out what could potentially be inside. Although it kind of looks like it's a team up between Batman and Catwoman. The kind of stance that they both have, it could almost be a rather awkward tussle. But Catwoman doesn't exactly look like she's clinging on to Batman, rather than trying to kind of cat scratch his chest. So who knows what might be inside that cover. Oh yes, this is what I like to see. A bit of Black Science. Rick Remender, Matt Scalera just doing fantastic work on this title. Couldn't recommend this book more if I tried. We're up to issue number 9. There are no words. Just buy it. I got this last month. I wasn't sure whether I was going to pick it up or not, but it's only a 3-issue limited series, and yes, the price is slightly above what we would normally pay, but you do get more pages for your buck. It's Grendel versus the Shadow. It's a 3-parter. It's quite a thick book. It's probably about 40 pages long probably, but it does have a $5.99 price tag attached to it. I'm a huge fan of Grendel, with Matt Wagner, the original creator of Grendel, on there. I know it's going to be good stuff. So those two extras that I picked up this week. Of course, everyone I would think will be checking out Witches by Scott Snyder. Firmly in the mature horror camp. I had a flick through and looked at the artwork. Looks really great in parts. It's Jock doing the artwork, so we can't be disappointed. He's always kind of come through in the past. So I'm really looking forward to reading Witches. I hope it's as good as it's been hyped to be. And for a little bit of fun for me, because you know I think that's lacking in these dark times and dark storylines of comic books, but I'd seen this advertised in The Woods from Boom Studios a couple of months back and just thought, well, I love the artist, I think he's a really good artist. The writer, I've liked his work. It's not been anything brilliant, but there have been moments and glimmers of greatness. Boom Studios Fiction Squad. This is a kind of crime noir, but it uses the kind of fairy tale characters to tell the story. Ramon Bax, great artist, really like his cartoony style. Paul Jenkins, I've read a lot of his Spider-Man stuff, which has been okay. It's not been anything amazing, but I've enjoyed reading his work. Maybe you guys out there know some good Paul Jenkins storylines from any characters, any titles that you might let me know that's worth reading. And they are my comic book this week. Let me know in the description bar below what you've picked up this week. If you picked up any of my books as well. Looking forward to reading them over the next few days. And we'll have a video up with my thoughts and opinions and reviews of those. So if you're not subscribed and you want to know what I thought about the books I've just shown you, hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And I'll see you on Friday. Take care. Bye bye.